wrong turn. Farmers must suspend agitation and return to talks without their maximalist approach. So farmers must suspend their agitation. So all the rallies and all the protests which the farmers are doing currently, they should stop all of those, and they should return to talks without their maximalist approach. So according to the demand of the farmers, the government did not totally reach the demand, but they still did something. They have postponed the implementation. So the farmers should respect that, and they should just have talks with the government right now. The chaos and the mindless violence unleashed on the nation capital by section of protesting farmers on Republic Day were abhorrent. So as we all know, yesterday was day before yesterday was the Republic Day, um, Jan 26th. And what happened is that the farmers actually planned a protest or a rally on in Delhi on the day of Republic Day. They have planned it long ago, and something wrong had happened during the rally, and that was not actually planned. What happened is that in the group of the farmers, there was a group. There was a group in the farmers which really wanted to create violence on purpose. It created a huge amount of violence that the author actually called it abhorrent, which means it was completely disgusting or hateful. So that's the range of the violence which that group in the farmers has created. So this violence is actually not caused by the group of the farmers, but it was caused by but it was caused by a specific group which the police have not found out yet. It is plausible that agents provocators infiltrated the farmers' march, but that does not absolve the leaders of the responsibility. So the one possibility is that the farmers, the group of the farmers did not initially have those people or the group of the people who have created the violence within them since the rally started, but it may have been that the people who have raised the violence, who have raised the provocations, may have joined the group of the farmers in the middle of the rally. So this may be one possibility. But even though this is a possibility, and even though if this really happened, even the leaders, the leaders are the farmers who are leading this rally, they will still have the responsibility of controlling no matter who are there in the rally. They have the responsibility of controlling all of them. So this is a mistake of the leaders of the farmer rally. The chances of agitators breaking loose were high, as were the possibilities of vested interest triggering violence. The leaders of the agitation should have taken note of the divergence in the rank and rejection by creating by certain by certain by certain recalcitrant groups of the roads for the march, and they had agreed with the Delhi police. True, no popular mobilization can be held hostage to the threat of violent deviation by a handful. But, but there is a judgment to be made at each turn. So it is very true that farmers, the rally which was done by the farmers, it was held in huge groups of farmers, and if a small amount of people join them, a group of 6 or 7, if they have started the violence, it's actually not a mistake of the farmers, because there are so many of them, and even the leaders who are very less in number cannot control it obviously. So this was not the mistake of the farmers. The leadership itself, an association of disparate individuals and organizations, should have been more elastic about its capacity to manage such a gathering. First of all, the farmers led a gathering, or a rally or a protest which was very huge. And before conducting it, farmers should have been somewhat realistic. They should have thought that we cannot actually manage this many amount of people, because any one of us, or a traitor in one of us, or anyone from the outside who could infiltrate us, would create some violence. So they should have considered this possibility, and should have taken the following precautions. In the end, unruly elements took over the streets of Delhi. They broke barricades, trashed, and tried to mow down police personnel. And at the end, when the violence was started, the state of violence was abhorrent. It was disgusting. Many the people who the people who started the violence or who waged the war, they trash talked, they trashed barricades, they broke them. They also killed the police personnel. Many unfortunate things happened because of that. The police resorted to lathi charge and used tear gas, but given the circumstances, showed restraint. The situations actually went so far that the police had to use the lathi or the stick which they used to beat other people, and they also used tear gas, which is usually used in crowds to control their violence. So the rate of violence of the rally it was that high. And this unfortunately also happened on the auspicious day of the Republic Day. More than 300 personnel were injured. At least 40 of them were seriously injured. So it's all written there. 300 people, including the police and the farmers or the groups of the farmers or the people who were in groups who created the violence, including all of the people, 300 were injured and 40 of them were severely injured. All this and march itself was avoidable. So if you want to do something, we could just avoid the march, but from the past, but we could not do it. It created so much violence and so much damage to the people and to the and also to the infrastructure of the Indian government. The Delhi police must investigate and hold to account individuals and groups responsible for the violence. So the Delhi police they should immediately start the investigation of the group of the people and they should find them. And the police are also saying that the farmer groups, even though they were not aware of the danger, they are still responsible for what had happened on the Republic Day march. Farmer leaders have the unenviable task of cooperating with the police in the investigation. So the the farmers were not a part of the violence which was created. So they need to help the police now in finding those groups of people. So they must cooperate with the police. They don't have another choice because all the violence was obviously created from the rally or the group of the farmers. So they have the unenviable task, which means it cannot be avoided. So they have that type of task in helping the police. False friends and real enemies of the agitators have painted them with a common brush. So the author basically says that the violence which was created on the Republic Day in New Delhi was because of false friends and real enemies. Bringing the culprits to book is essential not only to salvage the reputation of any agitation that had remained largely peaceful for nearly 2 months, but also to nip in the bud a dangerous communal slant before it slips out of control. So there are two major needs of finding this group which has provoked the violence immediately. The first one is that the farmers' protest or its rally to eliminate the three farm laws. It was happening since 2 months, and it was happening peacefully without any type of violence. Farmers did not do anything that could possibly even offend someone. Uh, but then, but then during the but then on the Republic Day during the rally, this group of people comes and joins them and creates violence, which spoils all the reputation of the protest. And the second reason is that if these people are not controlled, they may do this several number of times. The offer of the government to keep in the abeyance for up to 18 months the the three controversial farm laws that are at the heart of the current phase of remains an opportunity for the leaders to seek a negotiated settlement. The agitators want the loss to go log stock and the barrel, but their maximalist approach is unhelpful. So even though all of this happened, the farmers are really pushing for their demand. They still want the three formulas which were very controversial and which were kept in abeyance for 18 months by the government. Abeyance means in suspension or not acting or not acting actively or currently. So those three laws which were postponed to implementation after 18 months. So the farmers are still demanding the government to eliminate the three laws from the formulas. They should consider they should consider options short of a complete repeal of the laws. The center must consider more concessions, including the suspension of the laws, until a broader agreement can be arrived at. So the author is saying that the center actually has no choice in this situation, which has caused so much violence of the protest of the farmers. The center it must currently eliminate the three laws. It must make efforts to allay the fears of those most affected by these reforms. The center must it should at least make reforms in the laws hugely because of the people, because there are some farmers out there, some people are out there whose lives and livelihoods will be adversely affected by these new laws. So the center it should really consider changing these laws. The center's imperious refusal to engage with political parties and state governments on critical questions of agriculture reforms has come back to haunt it. The resolution to this impasse can come only by involving all of them. And the center, especially in the matter of agriculture, it never wants to involve the Supreme Court, the state government, or the local governments. But in this case, to solve everything, even the center must be cooperating with the state government, the local government, and so on. Only then the situation can finally come to an end. Thank you.